Hey everyone, James Reeves, TFB TV. Welcome to a very special episode of TFB TV. We are here at the Steyr factory in Steyr, Austria, as guests of our good friends at Austria Arms, who got us over here to Austria, who got us to the factory, a place I've always wanted to go and never had the opportunity to go to. We're going to give you first a little tour of what they call the Knights Room, and that's like a historical collection of all of the significant Steyr-Mannlicher firearms over the past couple of centuries. It's really neat. I've got my buddy Martin, who's like a historian for Steyr, who's going to give us a walkthrough of these very interesting guns from this amazing collection in this incredible room. But let's go ahead, get started. Follow me. Martin, first, tell me about what you do here at Steyr.
Okay, I'm since 20 years now working for Steyr in sales department, mainly doing the European market for hunting rifles and sporting rifles, but for sure also sometimes because Steyr Arms is producing as well hunting and sporting rifles as well as military and law enforcement products. So I touch also this sector sometimes, but mainly hunting, and this is also my passion.
Where are we right now? What's this room?
This is our historical rifle display. As you could see, it does not correlate with the rest of the factory, so it is a lot older, and it's a protected monument which was built in the year 1915, so just during the First World War, from Russian prisoners of war. So all the wooden artworks are from Russian prisoners of war.
God, they're pretty talented.
And, yeah. And all the steel and iron works here that you could see, the lamps, also the watch and the open fire, was done by young gunsmiths in education at that time and show the high quality of their education already. And we display in this historical rifle and weapon room our history on this panel in some milestones. In 1864 we were founded by Joseph Werndl. He was a child of this region, born here. His father had already kind of steel production, also making parts for the Austrian arsenal. They were still equipped from the old times with a muzzleloader system, the so-named Lorenz system. We have two examples here which have been later adapted to rear-loading systems. And the Lorenz rifle was a very accurate muzzleloader, but you've been rather slow in your firing rate. Then Mr. Werndl, when he founded in 1864, he had the good luck that only 2 years later there was this famous Battle of Königsgrätz in nowadays Czech Republic. And we lost this battle because the Germans were already equipped with a rear-loading system, the so-named Dreise-Zündnadelgewehr, with a firing pin, a very fragile firing pin, whereas the Austrian army still used the muzzleloader. And this led to a tender in the Austrian-Hungarian army. In the second tender, Mr. Werndl with his constructor, Mr. Holub, won the tender with the so-named famous Werndl-Stutzen, introduced in 1867, and the end of this development was for the Austrian-Hungarian army the M95, already a straight pull rifle, as you could see. So,
for this first panel, Martin, we go from muzzleloaders all the way to straight pulls using smokeless powder, self-contained cartridges. How much of a span of time are we talking from?
We talk from second half of the 19th century, so about 1850, introducing the first rear-loading system 1867 to 1895, so a very short period.
And a quantum leap, in terms of firearms technology. That's amazing.
Yeah. So end of this 19th century, there were about 19,000 people employed here in the city of Steyr, and we built not only our own products, but we are building, which is displayed here, a lot of licensed products, mainly Mauser systems, because the Austrian steel quality and the surface treatment, so nicely polished as you could see, was a lot better than the German production. Between the wars there is not a lot to tell. Few production of rifles, mainly hunting rifles. 1938, next milestone, Hitler invaded Austria and took Austria into the German Reich and immediately took away this factory and the facility from the ownership of Kreditanstalt, the biggest bank in Austria, and merged it into the Hermann Göring Werke, which was a big trust of production units in the German Reich. And I have two examples here, early K98 still with walnut stock and very nicely done here, and a very later production in 43 where you already see laminated wood, not everything so fine done anymore. The Austrian government gave in 1955 the order to Steyr to look and produce a new and modern assault rifle for the Austrian army. They introduced then after about nearly 15 to 20 years development, they introduced the SSG 77, the AUG, Army Universal Gun, or Armee Universalgewehr in German, to the Austrian army. What is not so well known, in 1976 already, this is the A1 version, the A0 version went to our customer Tunisia. Tunisian army has the eldest AUG in the world.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And in 1969, the SSG 69, which is a legend all over the world, was introduced to the Austrian army and led, I think, to a total renewing of sniper rifles worldwide. Because I always say it's the grandmother or grand-grandmother of all modern sniper systems. Okay, that was in brief the history. For the displays here, we show a little bit the history of submachine guns, early MP 34 or 32, the SPP TMP, which was our construction, which was sold from one of our previous owners, the patents and all the machinery and toolings to Brück und Thomet in Switzerland. Early history of pistols, a very nice example of the Steyr-Roth pistol, which was one of the army pistols of the Austrian-Hungarian army and is a rare collector's pistol. In auctions they pay up to $5,000 for a nice one.
Then moving on to this case.
Yeah, early pistol history, the M1911 and the M1912, which was also introduced to Austrian-Hungarian army, but also Romania, Bulgaria, and a lot of them to South America, Chile also. Earlier history, remarkable the GB pistol, which lost the tender to the Glock. It is an aluminum frame pistol with an interesting closing system because it's a fixed barrel. Yeah.
It is a good shooting pistol.
Yeah.
Like I've been lucky enough to shoot it in the past, and I was quite impressed. I have to tell you, it is, and please don't take this the wrong way, one of the ugliest pistols ever made.
Yeah, in this display we show some customized rifles. The first one is a rare example of an express rifle built for His Highness Franz Ferdinand. This was the nephew of Emperor Frank Joseph, who was killed in Sarajevo, and with him the First World War started because Austrian-Hungary set an ultimatum to Serbia, and then all these contracts in between the countries led Europe and the world into the First World War. His Highness was a passionate hunter. At that time, we do not talk about 1,000 or 2,000 animals. He shot in his life more than 30,000 animals.
Oh, wow.
And this is an express rifle done by Steyr in monoblock technology. So the the two barrels are not married together with some technology, but they built out of one piece of steel. We still don't know how they managed to do that, but they made it. In this display, we show an early sniper system based on the M95, already with a mounted optic. And you see also the loading stripe of the M95, differently to the German Mauser rifles. The loading stripe of the constructions of Mr. Mannlicher was put in from the top, and it fell out by a hole at the bottom of the magazine. Same display for hunting rifles. I think we should mention especially this very long period of the Mannlich-Schönauer rifle, which was from 1903 till 1972, where we exported the last ones. And a lot of interesting personalities all over the world were hunting with this rifle. I just name Ernest Hemingway, who was owning several of them. Even he bought for his daughters Schönauer rifles. Also, Teddy Roosevelt had a Schönauer rifle. General Clark had a rifle. The famous Austrian Chancellor in the 50s, Leopold Fiegel, who signed our peace treaty, also was a passionate hunter. And the last panel is a lot of licensed products that we did during our history. So we did French grass systems, we did Martini falling block systems for Romania, and some appeared in the Arabic countries. So this was a little bit longer, the historical rifle display. I hope you enjoyed it.
We're going to break this up into 7 parts. Yeah, Martin, you have to understand, you know, a lot of our audience are millennials, so like this is going to be broken up into, so keep rolling. Doesn't even let me get a proper outro. Yeah. I just wanted to say thank you, Martin. This was an honor to be here. Amazing. I had a blast. I'm not going to have a blast whenever I have to go back and edit this video. Yeah, but I have to tell you, this is one of the most amazing things that I've ever done. We've been to a lot of places. We've seen a lot of factories, including a lot of the places that you've referenced in this tour here. But this was lovely, and you did a fantastic job. It's clear you're passionate about it.
Thank you very much. But you will see a lot of our new products and younger people who will represent them much better than me of the historical stuff. Yeah.
Well, thank you again, Martin.
Thank you.
Guys, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. We're bringing you more from Steyr.